posing as a priest and going into the hospital to try to talk to some of the victims to get a story, or posing as EMTs or emergency medical folks trying to get interviews with folks. If they had a proper communications plan, then they would have had a filter. Everybody who comes on campus needs to contact so-and-so. These are the messages that we want the public to know.
And security, if they would have had decent security.
So they had no way to filter the people. They had no idea of what message they wanted to say. Without that, I mean, if you wait to answer a question, that delay is basically saying, I don't have a clue.
Exactly. So you do business continuity, backup.
Managed data backup. Managed
data backup. And what is the third thing you're
Selective computer support.
And what is that?
Well, we have a special right now where we are doing computer cleanup.
Okay.
Basically going in and doing a bunch of checks, about 18 different checks on a computer system. And it could be home PCs, whatever.
Right.
Cleaning out registry errors, cleaning out issues with regard to the machine's functionality and function. Basically trying to bring a machine back to its purchase state, a system that runs the way it did when you bought it. Another thing is we have a contract where we're a subcontractor out at NASA, and we're providing IT solutions for a subcontractor out at NASA.
What is IT solutions? Is that
information technology? Anything to do with the passive information, the flow of information.
Right. Right. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back.
Is your computer running slower and slower? Does it freeze or crash? Think you have a virus or spyware? You can speed up your system and get back to work with Enterprise Backup Incorporated. Whip your windows into shape and make your computer run like new again. Call Enterprise Backup now at 757-273-0628. That's 757-273-0628. Enterprise Backup Incorporated.
Hi, I'm Lisa Pitts, the host of the talk show Wake Up America. Please join me every Sunday at 4 p.m. on Channel 4, that's WSKY, for my new talk show called Wake Up America. Thank you.
Taekwondo is good for everyone, and U.S. Taekwondo Center wants to show you their training can bring out the best in you and your children. U.S. Taekwondo Center's dynamic curriculum develops teamwork, social skills, and a yes I can attitude. Adults lose weight and get into shape. Sign up for their introductory special and receive a free uniform. U.S. Taekwondo Center. Call them at 420-0200 or visit them at 5313 Indian River Road in Virginia Beach.
We are back, and we are here with Keith Horn, the founder and president of Enterprise Backup, Inc. in Newport News, Virginia. So, Keith, why is disaster recovery so important?
Again, if you are in a situation as a business owner in which you don't have to lose money, why would you risk that? What disaster recovery planning does is it allows you to prepare yourself for that disaster. It allows you to understand exactly what you need to be doing during the disaster, and it gives you a game plan on how to recover after the disaster.
Example of a disaster that you're talking about so everybody can understand.
Oh, wow. The list is very long, but for example, workplace violence. Workplace violence is a disaster for a business owner because a business owner is responsible not only for their employees, but any person who comes into the business, any person who's there as a customer. If for some reason or another there's a workplace violence incident, the typical court award for non-jury is $500,000. So basically what I'm trying to get to is, say an individual comes into my business and they harm someone in my business. I'm responsible for the fact that that happened as a business owner. If I have not prepared my employees for what they need to do, and if I don't have a situation where I've taught everybody exactly what they need to do, if they can say that, well, I didn't know I was supposed to do that. Oh, I'm sorry, that I didn't know what my actions were for
Right.
that.
And most people don't.
Yes, the employees can sue you because they weren't prepared. The customer can sue you because they were damaged or injured because your employees weren't prepared. Your suppliers, whomever is in the building, can bring suit
Exactly.
against you. So
Sweet.
business continuity is in essence, the setting down and creating the plan. Not only just creating the plan, but teaching your employees how to execute the plan and coming back to it every so often to figure out, hey, the world has changed. Is my plan still effective in this new environment?
Wow.
So that's kind of what business continuity is, just for workplace violence. Other things are your supply chain. People don't realize that if you put all of your business on a single supplier and that supplier goes out of business, how do you operate? Like I was saying before, your customers don't understand that. The business owner sometimes doesn't understand that the customers expect you to be up and 100% all the time. They don't expect you, if you're not on your A game, okay, I'll go to the next guy.
Exactly.
I'll go to the next company. So with regard to business continuity, if you take, for instance, one situation where you don't have a critical piece or supply for your operations, and you go to your customer and say, oh, I'm sorry, we can't do that for you this week.
They won't be back.
They won't be back.
So basically, you're saying they need a backup. They need
Yes.
another supplier. Don't have your eggs in
You
one
need
basket.
to look at it. Yes, you need to
Right.
look at all of your supplies and make
Right.
sure that if company A goes out of business, I've got a fallback. I've got another vendor available to me to provide that product or service. You also need to look at everybody who you're relying upon's business continuity plan, because you're basically gambling your business on their ability to be there. And if they're not there, then that's going to be back to the original statement. Your customer is not going to understand if you're not there today.
Wow. Let's talk a little bit about backup. What is the procedure for backup? You're backing people's information up on their computer, like companies, different companies. Do you have it going to one server? How is that? What is the components of that?
Backup, a lot of people hear these commercials about the company A or company Z can provide you backup. Well, backup isn't just paying $50 a year and the machine takes care of it. You need to have a backup strategy. There are many pieces involved in proper backup. And first of all, every machine that you own, you should at least have an image of it. What an image is a snapshot of that computer the way it looks today. It's going to change tomorrow. But if you had a disaster or something happened to that machine or that hard drive failed, you can always buy a brand new hard drive, stick it in the machine, and then run that image back onto the machine. So now you're back to the day that you wrote that image, the first you created that image. The second piece is when you are looking at backup, you have to take in consideration uptime. How much time is it going to take me to get my machine back up and running the way it's supposed to be? There are two variables here. If you do something internally inside of your business, then it's quicker. The data passes faster between your machine and whatever backup device you have.
Right.
What we provide is managed offsite backup. This is taking that information, the critical information, and sending it somewhere outside of your building so that if there's a fire or flood in your building, that information is not lost because your tape drive was burned up in the fire or your external hard drive that you forgot to take home, it wasn't destroyed in the fire, or that the machine wasn't destroyed in the fire with everything else that was around the machine. You need to send those critical pieces outside of the business. Specifically, you need to send them more than 400 miles away from your business. Why? Hurricane.
That's right. Tornado.
Yeah, if the person who's backing up your data or the company that's backing up your data is around the corner, then that same tornado or hurricane might take them out as well as you.
Even
So
an